Hey everybody, this is Robert here, back with another video. This time, I'm going to talk about, it's going to be a random, kind of a random one, but I'm going to talk about the recent Apple decision. Now, the iPod line has been around for a long time, when Apple first released them in about 2005. And I've had the privilege of having an iPod Nano 2nd generation and an iPod Touch 4th generation. And I bought the iPod Touch 4th generation in 2011. And nowadays very few apps even work anymore. And a couple games and maybe the YouVersion Bible app will still work. And of course it takes forever to load. But eventually it does load, the YouVersion Bible app. Anyway. Oh, Bible Gateway has an app as well. But I think that may require like an internet connection first before using it. So the Apple has decided to kill the iPod Nano and the iPod Nano and the iPod Shuffle, which those are MP3 players that play just music, and the Nano can play video. However, those are mostly used for people who are training or working out, like either like running or going biking or on the treadmill. What are your thoughts? I think that really since the iPod Shuffle has not been updated since 2010 and the iPod Nano hasn't been updated since 2012, and notice iPod Nano, the current generation, does not have any streaming music except for Bluetooth and radio, just a regular FM radio. But the iPod Shuffle has no screen, and the iPod Nano at least has a touch screen. What I would think is, I would say just kill the iPod Shuffle, but not the iPod Nano. And maybe include a little clip or something to it to clip the iPod Nano for like those that are on a run or even for children. Do a slight update. That's just my opinion for Apple. Now the Apple iPod Touch is still around, except the current generation. I don't think they're gonna make a 7th generation iPod Touch, but iPod Touch is still very valuable, again, for teenagers or preteens without a phone, who aren't old enough to have a phone. And I think really, children, or actually teenagers, probably should at least have a prepaid dumb phone. Just in case, for emergency usage only. Anyway, I'm really wanting to get the iPod Touch 6th generation, as they may not do a 7th. They may not update the iPod Touch for quite some time. I really would love for them to update the iPod Touch at least one more time before they kill it. So right now they only have the 32 gigabyte version for $199 plus tax, I'm sure, on the Apple website, and the 128 gigabyte version is $299, and I think plus tax as well, even though it's free shipping. So here's my current iPod Touch outside its case, and it works well as a media player in a car, you know, using an FM transmitter that's battery powered. But very few of the apps actually work. The camera works, the FaceTime works, the YouVersion Bible app, the YouTube app, and the weather app works. But that's it. All the other apps require iOS 7, which this only has iOS 6.3. So that's just my take on the announcement about Apple killing the iPod Shuffle and the iPod Nano. What are your thoughts? Comment them down below, and maybe Apple will, maybe after more of these videos are out, there's already a ton of videos out about the Apple's iPod announcement, and I really hope they do at least one more generation of the iPod Touch, and maybe even add an accessory for an iPod Nano for those who have already bought an iPod Nano. So, I mean, the iPod actually was the foundation for the iPhone, because without the iPod, the iPhone would not have had the success that it's had today. And of course, the competitor Android to come along with it. Well, that's my take, and I have a special taste video coming up. Special tasting video that a friend of mine has sent me a package with a sample to taste. So I will do that in probably in my next video. Alright, have a great day. Bye! Bye-bye.